Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're walking through every single beat, every flashback, every tear, every scream of the Shinobu Kanao plus Inosuke versus Doma fight from the Infinity Castle arc. This is the one that made the entire fandom ugly cry for weeks. If you're not caught up past Season 4, turn back now, because we're spoiling literally everything. Grab a whole box of tissues. Let's begin. The fight opens with Shinobu Kocho walking completely alone through the endless wooden corridors of the Infinity Castle. She suddenly stops. Her nose twitches. She smells blood, thick, sweet, metallic, way too much of it. She slides open a plain wooden door. What she sees freezes her in place. The room is a massive frozen temple hall. Dozens, maybe hundreds of human corpses lie scattered across the floor, all sliced into perfect geometric pieces, completely drained of blood. Sitting cross-legged in the very center, surrounded by the bodies like they're cushions, is a tall demon with long platinum silver hair, rainbow-colored eyes that never blink, and an eternal, gentle smile. Two golden war fans rest in his hands. This is Doma, upper rank 2. He looks up, tilts his head, and speaks in the friendliest, softest voice imaginable. He says Nakimi sent him the cutest little gift tonight, that she looks so young and so delicious, and thanks Nakimi for making his night perfect. Shinobu doesn't answer. Her hand starts shaking on her sword. Because that voice, that smile, that calm, priest-like tone, it's exactly what Kanai described right before she died. Flashback. Years earlier, outside the butterfly mansion, Kanai, the flower Hashira, is bleeding out in Shinobu's arms. She begs her little sister to quit the Corps, to live a normal life, to fall in love, to grow old, because she knows Shinobu has been forcing that smile ever since their parents died. Young Shinobu cries that she'll never quit until she avenges her. She asks what the demon looked like. Kanai, voice fading, says he was always smiling, had blood-red markings on his forehead, and spoke so gently. Back to the present. A half-dead woman on the floor reaches toward Shinobu and chokes out a plea for help. Doma gently scolds the woman for interrupting their conversation. He lazily waves one fan. A storm of glowing ice lotuses explodes outward. Shinobu moves faster than the eye can follow, catches the woman in her arms, and in that exact same heartbeat, the woman's body falls apart into hundreds of neat red cubes. Shinobu stands there holding pieces of a human being, eyes completely blank. Doma claps like a child watching a magic show and asks if she's a Hashira, because that speed was incredible. Shinobu slowly lowers the cubes to the floor, turns around, and asks in the coldest voice whether he remembers the butterfly-patterned haori she's holding up. Doma's rainbow eyes light up with recognition. He says of course that belonged to the flower Hashira. She was so kind and cute, and he really regrets not eating her. That's the moment Shinobu's fake smile completely vanishes. She draws her sword and attacks without another word. She uses insect breathing, dance of the bee sting, true flutter. In a single violet flash, her stinger-like blade pierces straight through Doma's left eye. Rainbow blood sprays across the room. Doma actually sounds impressed, says he couldn't even react. He swings both fans and unleashes blood demon art, Frozen Lotus. A wave of sub-zero wind hits Shinobu, freezing half her face and part of her uniform. She flips backward and quietly notes that it's so cold it might freeze her lungs. But the real attack was the wisteria poison on her blade. Doma suddenly grabs his head, skin melting, veins bulging, vomiting black blood all over the floor. He collapses to his knees in agony, then stands up laughing, says the poison was way stronger than the one used on Natagumo, and that he had to fully decompose it inside his body. He even figures out that the tiny click her sheath makes is how she switches poisons, and he sounds genuinely excited to keep playing. We get Doma's full tragic backstory here. He was born with rainbow eyes and snow-white hair, so his parents declared him a god and made him the leader of the Eternal Paradise Faith cult. From childhood, desperate people cried at his feet, begging for advice, but he felt absolutely nothing, no joy, no sadness, no anger. He decided emotions, gods, heaven, everything was a fairy tale. So the kindest thing in his mind was to eat people completely so they'd never suffer again. Back to the fight. Shinobu keeps stabbing again and again, switching poisons, but Doma heals faster every time. He casually tells her she's already breathed in his microscopic ice mist and that her lung cells are dying with every breath. Shinobu realizes she can't win the normal way. She uses insect breathing, dance of the dragonfly, compound eye hexagon, landing 6 stabs in less than a second. Doma takes the hits, but counter-slashes so fast Shinobu doesn't even see it coming. Her chest and stomach are torn open. She collapses, coughing blood, staring at her tiny childlike hands. She thinks to herself that if she were just taller, if she had more muscle like the other Hashira, she could have cut his head off normally. Kanai's spirit appears beside her, tells her to stand up because she promised her, and she promised Kanao. Blood pouring from her mouth, one lung already destroyed, Shinobu forces herself to her feet. Doma laughs and tells her to just give up. Shinobu smiles with blood-stained teeth and uses her final technique. Insect breathing, dance of the centipede, 100-legged zigzag. She moves so fast the wooden floor explodes under her feet. Doma can't track her at all. Her blade pierces his neck and slams him straight into the ceiling. For one beautiful second, it looks like she's won. Then her strength completely runs out. The sword slips. She falls. Doma catches her with arms made of ice and pulls her into a gentle hug. He softly says she's just a weak little girl, but she still managed to hurt him, so now she's special, and they can be together forever inside him. Shinobu looks him dead in the eyes and tells him to go to hell. Right then the door slams open. Kanao Tsuyuri stands there. She sees Doma holding Shinobu like a broken doll. He snaps Shinobu's body in half. Blood rains down. Kanao screams, pure pain and rage. She attacks instantly with flower breathing, 4th form, Crimson Hanagoromo. Doma dodges without effort and notices the tiny hand signal Shinobu gave right before dying, telling Kanao his weakness. Kanao, shaking with emotion for the first time in her life, unloads on him. She says he feels nothing, that Kanai pitied him because he's empty inside, that he pretends to be kind but he's just a liar with no heart, that it's almost funny how stupid he is and asks why he was even born. Doma's smile actually drops for half a second. He calls her a bully. Their fight becomes a deadly dance. Kanao uses every flower-breathing form, peonies of futility, honorable shadow plum, whirling peach, spinning through ice lotuses, ice statues, freezing clouds, razor icicles. Doma keeps trying to blind her because her eyes can predict his every move. Just when she's about to lose, the ceiling explodes. Inosuke comes crashing down, roaring that Lord Inosuke has arrived from the sky. He shreds an entire wave of ice with beast breathing, 5th fang, crazy cutting. He sees Doma's eyes, gets hyped that he finally found upper rank 2, and declares he's taking the spot. Then he sees Kanao crying and Shinobu's broken hair clip on the floor. Doma cheerfully says Shinobu lives forever inside him now. Inosuke loses his mind. Their fight is pure chaos. Wild slashes, Inosuke dislocating his own joints to extend his reach, actually cutting across Doma's eyes. Doma steals Inosuke's boar mask in a flash and suddenly freezes. He says he knows that face. He literally sticks his finger into his own brain, digs around and remembers everything. 15 years ago, a young woman named Kotoha, face swollen from beatings, carrying her baby, fled to his cult for safety. She was beautiful when he healed her bruises. She sang a different version of a Pinky Promise lullaby to her baby every night. She discovered he ate the followers, ran into the snow, reached a cliff, and threw her baby into the river so Doma couldn't eat him. Doma killed and ate her anyway, thinking the baby died. That baby was Inosuke. Inosuke remembers his mother's face, her voice, the lullaby. Tears pour down under the mask. He whispers that Doma ate his mom. Doma laughs and calls Kotoha's life pathetic. Inosuke rises from the pond like a demon himself and says he'll show Doma what real hell looks like. Doma, now in a hurry because he just felt Akaza die, summons 5 perfect ice clones of himself and tries to leave. Inosuke and Kanao fight back to back against impossible odds. Then Doma suddenly grabs his throat. His face starts melting. An arm falls off. He collapses. Shinobu's true plan activates. For over a year, she had been injecting herself with massive amounts of wisteria poison every single day, turning her own body into a walking weapon. 37 kilograms of poison, 700 times a lethal dose for any demon. The moment Doma fully absorbed her, the poison began spreading. All the ice clones shatter one by one. Doma panics and uses his strongest technique, Blood Demon Art, Rhyme, Water Lily Bodhisattva. A gigantic 1,000-armed ice Buddha rises, radiating absolute zero. Kanao remembers Shinobu's final order. When the poison works, cut off his head no matter what. She activates flower breathing, final form, equinoctial vermilion eye. Her left eye turns pure crimson, blood vessels bursting. The world slows to a crawl. She charges up the Bodhisattva's arm straight toward Doma's neck. The freezing fog hits her arms. They freeze solid mid-swing. Inosuke sees it and invents a brand new move on the spot. Sudden throwing strike. He throws both swords like spears. They slam into Kanao's blade and give it the final push. The sword cuts clean through Doma's rotting neck. His head flies. In the afterlife, Shinobu meets him one last time. Doma says he finally feels his heart beating, asks if this is love, and asks if she'll go to hell with him. Shinobu smiles gently and tells him to go to hell already. Back in the castle, Inosuke stomps the ashes, screaming, then collapses, sobbing for his mother. Kanao, now half blind, finds Shinobu's butterfly hair clip and Kanai's broken flower clip floating in the pond water. She clutches them to her chest and finally breaks down into huge, body-shaking sobs. She feels two gentle hands on her head, Kanai and Shinobu, whispering that she did well. She looks up, no one is there, but she knows they're at peace. And that's how Upper Rank 2, the demon who believed emotions were fairy tales, was destroyed by three people who loved each other so fiercely, they literally broke the world to protect it. If you're crying right now, drop a tear emoji in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, because when the Infinity Castle movies drop, we're all going to need therapy together. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Stay strong, Demon Slayer family.